Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're unpacking some pretty high-level spiritual mechanics, but we're going to keep it super grounded. Picture a normal 25-year-old just wearing their everyday clothes, grabbing a coffee, and walking down a vibrant, serene city street. How do these massive, ancient cosmic laws actually apply to their everyday life? Well, that's exactly what we're going to figure out. So let's dive right in. To see how all this fits together, we're going to follow a really clear roadmap today. We'll start with the anatomy of the soul, move into the laws of energy, look at how to navigate the cosmic clock, explore the 7 divine rays, and finally, wrap up with graduation and return. Starting with Section 1, Anatomy of the Soul and your 4 lower bodies. Before we can understand the universal rules of the road, we really need to understand the actual vehicles we're using to navigate the cosmos. Now, what's fascinating here is that your soul isn't just some abstract, formless concept floating around in the ether. The source material defines your causal presence as an individualized spark of divine origin that literally anchors into physical reality. And it doesn't just sit there naked, it descends draped in 4 distinct, interpenetrating layers of consciousness. Think of these 4 lower bodies exactly like the mechanics of the car you drive to work every day. You've got the etheric body, which holds your blueprint and memory. Then there's the mental body, handling all your thought and logic. Next up is the emotional body for your feelings and desires. And finally, the physical body, which is your actual engine for service and action. And just like your car, if one of these parts gets clogged up, say your mental body gets weighed down with a bunch of societal junk, or your emotional body accumulates what the text calls astral slime, well, the whole ride gets bumpy. To keep your life feeling vibrant and serene, all 4 of these vehicles need to be running in alignment. Moving to Section 2, the laws of energy, or the rules of the road. Let's look at the cosmic traffic laws governing these vehicles we just talked about. The source outlines a foundational concept called the law of the one. It's the idea that all life is deeply interconnected, originating from a single source, the great central sun. So beneath all your daily routines, your ultimate duty is actually just returning to that fundamental state of oneness. But how exactly do we get back there? Well, this introduces the law of karma. According to this view, your everyday challenges aren't just random bad luck. Karma is presented as a precise mathematical law. Every single time you have a thought, speak a word, or take an action, you are qualifying divine energy. And that energy forms a permanent record right there in your etheric vehicle. This karmic process happens in 4 specific steps. First, you use your free will to qualify that energy. Second, if you don't deal with it, it accumulates, storing itself almost like rings on a tree inside your subconscious. Then comes step 3, the returning arc, where that energy literally travels back to you on a figure 8 pattern. And finally, step 4, physical precipitation. This is where internal, invisible states suddenly solidify into your physical, everyday circumstances. Section 3, navigating the cosmic clock. Because those karmic consequences, they don't just happen randomly. The framework actually uses a cosmic clock to divide life into 4 quadrants, and these map directly to your 4 lower bodies. It suggests you're going to face tests of power in your memory quadrant, tests of love in your mental quadrant, tests of wisdom in your emotional quadrant, and tests of control in your physical quadrant. It's totally not meant to be a punishment, though. It's actually a perfectly timed opportunity to pass these tests in your daily life and elevate yourself. Next up is Section 4, the 7 divine rays, your tools for mastery. So when life is feeling particularly heavy for our 25-year-old friend, these are the tools they can use. Here are the first 4 of those tools, which are described as actual frequencies. The first ray is blue, focusing on divine will and power to help you overcome fear. The second ray is yellow, bringing wisdom to clear out mental density. Then the third ray, which is pink, uses divine love to heal everyday emotional loneliness. And the fourth ray is white, representing purity and discipline for your physical structure. You can invoke these to help maintain a serene, grounded life. Moving to the final 3, we have the 5th ray, green, targeting truth and healing. The 6th ray is purple and gold, pointing you toward your mission with a sense of peace. And finally, the 7th ray, the violet flame. The text makes a huge point about this one. It is incredibly powerful. It's your absolute best tool for transmutation and freedom, letting you do that inside-out work to clear karmic seeds from your memory body way before they ever become physical problems. And that brings us to spiritual alchemy. This is literally the process of taking the heavy lead of our human experience and turning it into the gold of divine consciousness. By invoking forces like that violet flame, the text claims you can actually short-circuit negative karma. You're dissolving the cause at its root so the negative effect never has to manifest for you physically. It's an absolutely crucial technique for keeping your energy clear.
Finally, Section 5, Graduation and Return. What happens when you master all of this?
There is a massive shift that happens here. At first, you're a student of consequence. That's a state of constant doing, navigating karma, passing tests, balancing the books. But eventually, you graduate into a master of divine cause. You become a sovereign being. Your thoughts are pre-qualified by a Crystic mind, meaning no more creating bad karma. Plus, your aura literally becomes what the text calls a mobile sanctuary, radiating virtuous feelings out to everyone you pass by. The source also introduces a beautiful concept called the law of the first one home. Because let's face it, souls rarely cross the finish line at the exact same moment. When one twin flame graduates first, they stand in that sovereign mastery to help the other fulfill their dharma. They basically send out this continuous magnetic pulse of divine love to help their twin flame who's still navigating earthly tests. And this return path follows 4 very specific steps. Step 1 is the transmutation of the memory body, which is all about dissolving trauma. Step 2 is integrating the Crystic mind, shifting from linear logic to intuitive synthesis. Step 3 is the glorification of the flesh, transforming your physical temple. And step 4 is the sacred marriage, uniting the masculine and feminine poles of the divine. These steps ultimately transition you into a state of eternal service to all life. It's an incredibly intricate architecture, isn't it? From a 25-year-old just walking down a serene city street all the way up to the great central sun. The rules outlined in this source are mathematically precise. So if your everyday thoughts and actions are the literal seeds of your reality, how are you qualifying your energy on the cosmic clock today? I'm going to leave you with that provocative question to think about as you go about your vibrant, grounded day. Thanks for exploring with us, and I'll catch you on the next explainer.